Hi, welcome back to yet another video. Not normally the intro for vlogs, but we're gonna do a little bit of a storytelling for the vlog. This weekend, I made the harrowing travel all the way out to Los Angeles. The longest travel of my life. Fighting traffic, fighting humans, fighting sleep deprivation, fighting everything you can imagine. Demons, everything. Initially, me and my friends, we were just going to go see Portugal the Man, the Hollywood Bowl. My first time at the Hollywood Bowl. Very excited about it. And the second time that I've seen Portugal the Man, and they did not disappoint the first. So, had high expectations going into it. However, I decided last second to get a ticket to the Angels and Mariners game in Anaheim because it was earlier in the day. So, we got our tickets. We cruised out to Anaheim, got there around 1 o'clock when the game starts, and this incredible thing happened on the first pitch. Boom.
Wow.
J.P. Crawford, home run.
Let's go!
First pitch. And I was like, ooh, we're in for a good one. Because I feel like you can go to a lot of baseball games and literally nothing happens until the very end. This one was hot from the start. So we watched the game, it progressed, it was 1-1 for a while, 2-2. The innings are just, rolling by. The game's going by very quickly. But what I didn't recognize was the sun was also searing my skin. And so I don't know how well you can tell, but I have zebra marks here because I had a watch on. And I was burnt. I was toasted. My legs are completely red. My body aches every time that I put on pants. It was tough. And the sun really takes it out of you. Unfortunately, I made the poor decision of hydrating myself with a mango cart rather than water. So your boy was feeling dehydrated. It was 2-2. We're going into extra innings. Prior to that, though, I did get to see the great Ohtani, and he did not disappoint. I enjoyed so much seeing all these people that were there to support Ohtani. I feel like every single time he went up to bat and he just took a breath, the crowd went wild. I've never experienced anything like that at a baseball game where there's just so much support for one player, but I feel like the hype is deserved. The hype is real. If you have a chance to see Ohtani play, you should see Ohtani play. He's doing things that we have not seen in a very long time in baseball. Also, a side note, I've spent the last month learning everything there is to know about baseball. I probably don't know as much as you, person who's saying I know more than me, but I know quite a bit. I can keep a conversation. Anyway, the game, the regular 9 innings, done. We're going into the 10th. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a concert to get to. I need this game to end at a certain time so that I can get there because I still got an hour to fight through traffic to get to Los Angeles. Luckily, in the 11th hour, we have a little RBI. The top of the 10th, I believe it was, could have been the 11th. If it was the 11th, that'd be a lot harder because 11th hour. Anyway, make my joke a little better. There was this man who was sitting behind me, and he was pissing me off because every time the Angels would hit a fly ball out, he's like, game, game, game. And I'm like, dude, shut up. I want the Angels to lose because of you. I don't even care about my loyalty to the Mariners at this point. I just want you to have a bad day. Is that bad of me? Yes. Was I hot? Did I have excuses that I made for myself? Also, yes. So, out number 1 happens when we're up by 1 point. And I was like, I start getting a little animated as I do at games. And I was like, 2 more. He's saying nothing behind me. Out number 2 happens. 1 more, baby. Let's send these guys home sad. Screaming it. This guy's silent behind me. 3rd out happens.
He might. Oh no, what happened? Did the Mariners win? Oh my goodness. Where are the fireworks?
And I gave him a little side eye, and I walked out the stadium like this with my Mariners hat on. It was a good experience for me, probably not for that man. He got to go home in the sweltering heat and cry. I, on the other hand, had a journey ahead of me. Luckily, I paid for preferred parking because I got it like that apparently. It's like $5 more, $10 more. We start our journey to Los Angeles, and I need to go to the bathroom super bad. So we head into Target. The Target that we choose does not have a public restroom, so that's pretty cool. Then there's a man chasing a squirrel over here in a very wild way. I wish I could turn the camera to him. No bathroom. So get some more drinks, some water in my system. We go and park. We meet up with everybody, hit up a bar. The bartender and the bouncer, so nice. The nicest people in Los Angeles. I wish I remembered their names, but they had an impact on me. So if you see my face and you remember me, which I'm sure you probably don't, you're nice and I appreciate you. Following that, we go into the venue and we find our seats, and we're sitting like dead center, a little bit further back than like pit seats, I would say. And there's video that's going to be playing so you can see, kind of the vantage point that we had. And we always like to play the game of, okay, what's the first song they're going to play, what's the last song they're going to play, and what's like a sleeper song. We got all of them wrong because they opened the show with Feel It Still, which I loved because I'm like, get that song out of the way. I like that song. I do. But it's like, I've heard it so much. I do love that song, though, I will say. It's a hit for a reason. But they get that song out of the way. Then they get a few other songs out of the way that I love the songs. They're very popular songs, though. I was trying to get some deeper cuts. And it just felt like the hand of God, the hand of whatever deity you serve, was guiding them as they constructed this set list, because it was just the perfect set list. Objectively, the perfect set list for Portugal the Man. I feel like they were able to please people who are fair weather fans and people who are all about it, and people that are OGs. I am not an OG. I'm somewhere in the middle. I wish I was an OG, but I'm not that cool. It was a fantastic set. The openers did such a great job. They had someone come out and sing a tribal song, and that one gets me. I just felt something inside of me stirred up, and I was like, this is so sick. And yeah, it was an amazing set. They had awesome guests. They had Weird Al come out, and I'm not the biggest Weird Al fan, but I recognize real. Weird Al, legend. And the fact that I got to see him perform a song, legendary. I was very happy. And then the closing with Charlie Day, oh my gosh. My friends Nikita and George, big fans of It's Always Sunny, and they were just going crazy. Like, that's all they were talking about. I've never seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Maybe I'm missing out. Let me know. But I recognize the man, and he has pipes. It was an incredible time. I was super stoked. I feel like they really just kind of came out, did their thing. The only people that really engaged and spoke with us were the guests that they had on, which I respected. It was a completely different show than the last time, which I liked so much. I saw my Tank Dog guy out there a few times. Their visuals were incredible. We were further away than I'd like to be, but I still felt like I was there. And I also felt like there was this moment, I didn't realize that the Hollywood Bowl was all seated, and there's all these people in there sitting during the concert. And I was like, this is very strange to me to sit during a concert. Like, if I wanted to sit and listen to music, like, I would have just stayed at home and listened to the record or sat in my car. So as soon as someone stood up, I was like, I'm standing this entire show, and I'm going to fully engage with what's going on. So I nearly lost my voice screaming out every lyric, because I know every lyric to every song that they played. And it was just awesome. I feel like there's, like I said in previous videos, like, it's not cool to be a fan, but I felt like I just wanted to be a fan. I wanted to have fun. I wanted it without disturbing every single person around me. I wanted to have an engaging experience where it felt like I paid for the show. I'm getting to see these people, and, we're engaging back and forth, even though obviously they have no clue that I'm there. It was just awesome. It was a 10 out of 10 experience, and I feel like I'm pretty harsh when it comes to rating different things, but like there was nothing I would have changed besides my seat. But that was a choice that I made. It was an incredible experience. The sound was awesome. The acoustics of that place are great. Yeah. If you have a chance to see Portugal the Man, if they're coming to a city near you, go. It's worth every penny. You're going to get your money's worth. Their merch was awesome too. I'm wearing their collabo with Brain Dead. The back is super cool. I'll show you that in a second too. Yeah, their merch, it was just a great experience overall. I would recommend 10 out of 10. Go see Portugal the Man. If I was balling like that, I would go see them in a surrounding state. That's how I'm feeling. And your boy doesn't even like to leave his house to go to a friend's house. So it was a great time. Show ends. We're leaving. And there's these people outside yelling all these different things. And this person's yelling out, $5 shirt, $5 shirt. And I was like, just walking by, because normally like when folks are trying to get my attention, I'm walking the streets, I'm not about it. But then it registered that he said $5 shirt. And I was like, well, I already bought a patch and I bought a bunch of stuff to support the band. And I'm so curious about this $5 shirt. So we went up and we got this $5 shirt and it is gnarly. It is a 2 out of 10 shirt, but it's just worth the $5 to have the story to show you. And this is what it looks like. It's kind of nasty. But it's like kind of nasty in a good way too. So we leave, grab some In-N-Out, and we stayed at our friend Sarah's house in LA, woke up the next day, kicked it. I would have taken a lot more video of the day, but number one, I really haven't had an experience to myself in a while where I'm not filming. So I decided to film a few things just so that I would have some stuff to put on this video. And share, because I also have the hardest time remembering things. And so that's a lot of the reason why I've been doing vlogs, is so I can remember the things that I do in a more full capacity. But secondly, I also wasn't allowed to bring my camera in anywhere. And I don't know if you can tell. I can tell. I did upgrade my setup. I got a new lens, so my aperture is... So I've been playing around with that the last few weeks. I got a new gimbal too, so I've just been kind of walking around the streets with my ninja walk and all the different gimbal techniques and stuff like that, and trying to figure out how to do that a lot better than I've done it in the past. So if you have any tips or tricks when it comes to gimbaling and whatnot, let your boy know. Because I have watched almost every YouTube video there is, and so now it's just a matter of me kind of doing it and figuring out what my style is with it. It was a great weekend, and I appreciate my wife so very much for doing all those things. She's not that into baseball. She likes Portugal the Man because I like Portugal the Man, but she learned the songs and was singing the songs and having a good time. She was trying to understand the baseball game, and I appreciate that so much, because I recognize 100% of the things we did this weekend were what I wanted to do, not necessarily what she would choose to do, but she had fun and she made it fun for me. So I appreciate her. Shout out to her. She is the best wife the world ever had. And yes, I'm biased, but I'm also correct. So shout out to her. So yeah, I think that's kind of a wrap for this video. Just a little different kind of style vlog. And we decided to go out to the park next to my house and just vibe. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you like me being outside and being in the park and being in the public and slightly embarrassing myself with a tripod and camera setup, let me know. If you did make it to the end of the video, shout out to you. You're awesome. I have a lot of really cool stuff I've been working on, and I'm excited to show you guys. I have been working a lot more for other people than myself, so that's why, we're just doing a weekly post. But I'm adjusting my schedule to where I can do a little bit more for myself as well as other people, as I'm adjusting to their schedule as well. So thank you for your support. Thanks for watching the videos. I appreciate all of you who watch the videos genuinely, and those of you who comment either on here or just those of you who know me and say nice things to me. I do appreciate that so much. I do take it to heart, and I appreciate you very much. I hope that you have a fantastic day. If you're watching this tonight, I hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow and had a fantastic day today. And I'll see you next time.